All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Was on a little Wi-Fi issue. Just checking in with the squad real quick. See what everybody's into. Hey, random shenanigans. How you been, girl? Haven't seen you in a while. Been on the road a little bit. How's everything with you? Good, good Saturday morning, I believe it is, to everybody. It's your boy Demon D out here. Just checking in with the squad, seeing how everybody's doing. Random, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm great, Random. Alive, living, working hard, doing a lot of stuff these days. But figured I'd take some time to check in with my YouTube family, see how y'all are doing, see how everybody's hanging in there, see how everybody's days are going. I know I got to get by your channel. I haven't been by your channel in a minute. Been slacking a little bit on catching everybody's stuff. Magnum Dubstep, what's going on, brother? You know what it is. Demon D with another live, checking in with the squad, staying connected with my people. Hopefully you guys got to see my Wall of Life video that was up on my vlog. Yeah, I know, random. It's crazy, but good. I'm glad to see you here. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. That gets the live going on the stream for everybody else to know. More people get notified. Magnum Dubstep, what's going on with your day, my brother? How's everything? I know you're always working on something cars. You know what I mean? I know you're always doing something with one of your vehicles, and I always enjoy catching your channel also. Just out here taking care of some business. You know, somebody's got to pay for all this fun, right? Oh man, the Magnum's dying. What's going on with it, brother? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Never a good thing when your car's going on the fritz. I know, man. It's tough. I just cleaned up the Durango. It was looking kind of beat up from all the road trips and everything like that. But yeah. So it's, Saturday morning, just checking in with you guys, seeing what you guys got going on in your world. Figured go on live, see if anybody's around. You know what I mean? Random. Oh wow, random. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. It's all appreciated. It's a very big humbling. Thank you very much, random. I really really appreciate that. Magnum Dubstep. If you don't recognize Random Shenanigans, you should check out her channel. She's a great YouTube supporter, and she's got some great stuff on her own channel, and it's definitely a good channel to watch to get some concepts and ideas for your own stuff when you get video blocked. I know I watched Random a few times just to get kind of my mind going, and she's got some great stuff there. Random, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, guys. So, been starting this new business with my brother. It's been taking a lot out of us, time and effort, but nothing's easy in life, right? You want to get it, you got to go get it. So the girls are getting big, starting school again. So we got that time of the year again. So we're enjoying that. We look forward to the start of a new school year, new clean slate, new chance to learn new things. So the girls are doing that. Wife's working hard. Life is good, man. And getting ready to get on this road real quick and head back to the neighborhood, Queens. Um, Catching a lot of car stuff out there. I'm sorry I missed the Mopar Mustang meet down in, I believe it was Jersey. They were doing a transmission, alternator rattling. I'm going to get up to car shop if I have to. Yeah, there's Magnum. You know how it is in the car game. At some point in time, a car starts to let you know it's not time for you guys to continue your relationship. And if you could walk away from it and get a couple of bucks from it instead of having to put a couple of bucks in, hey man, check out some Ram pickups maybe. I mean, it's tough to lose that Magnum because those cars are definitely going to be a car talked about in the classic time period. When they're about 25, 30 years old, people are going to really talk about those cars, especially the V8 Magnums and the V6 Magnums, because the V6 Magnums, not a lot of them got out there and were kept well. They made it into rent-a-car fleets and got beat up. So if you have one that's in decent shape, man, it's going to be definitely worth some money. So it's hard to part ways with that car, but sometimes, you know how it is, man. Some cars just, you get into them for so much and it's time to let them go. So either which way, new car shopping. I hope you find a great deal. Go out there patient. You know how it is, and I hope you find something great out there, man, to replace that thing, because it's always hard to replace a car that is a classic like that, like a Magnum. I couldn't think, like, my Mustang gets a little bit up there when I start to add up all the receipts, and I haven't really done a lot to it. But I love that car. That car, there's no dollar amount that's ever gonna probably keep me from doing it. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys are staying blessed. Random, your HHR, yes, that's another one of those cars. You look at the success of the Charger and the Challenger, and then you look at cars like the HHR, the Magnum. These cars paved the way for that car to actually be in existence. Because had the HHR not done so well, had the Magnum not done so well in sales, they would have not continued to pursue that nostalgic look. I love HHRs, especially with the nice they have a nice 5-spoke rim to them. Oh, Random, I'm sorry you're getting rid of that thing. Was it a turbo model or was it a regular model? Because I think they at one point they even had an SS version of that little HHR, and it was a little hot hatchback. Chevy was onto something. I think they should have kept going with that. Maybe kept that same silhouette and kept polishing it up, making it modern, because there's no secret. People aren't buying cars anymore. People are buying SUVs now, and not everybody wants a Suburban, an Escalade. A lot of people need a mid-size. I would always say, most people don't need anything bigger than like a CRV, but some people need more power, so they end up in a bigger vehicle because that's the only place they can get the extra power. Those Magnums, though, okay, you didn't have the turbo, okay, but either which way, Random, it was, those are great little cars. I think Chevy missed the mark. They at the same time, they started focusing so much on the Camaro. I think they came away from that, and then they went into the SUVs and the pickups, and that's where everybody is nowadays. So, man, guys, sorry to hear you're parting ways. I just hope that it brings you to a nicer or another vehicle that you are enamored with as much as you are with the vehicles that you're saddened by right now, parting with. I know how hard that is to get rid of a car you get used to and like, but sometimes that opens the door to an even better vehicle, or a vehicle that you form a different relationship with that's just as deep as those cars. But both very classic cars, and cars that are very not as spoken as much as they should be, guys. You know what I mean? We got 5 people in the room. Appreciate everybody coming in. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up. This way we get even more people in the room. I try to keep this live going for a little while, see if we get a few folks in the room just hanging out and seeing what's going on. Yeah, man. So yeah, the HHR and the Magnum, very underestimated vehicles, I think, in the potential that they could have brought to their marks if they continued going with the brand. I mean, just think about Magnum Dubstep. Just think about a Hellcat Magnum right now. If they came out with a Hellcat Magnum, how many people would run to Chrysler? A Hellcat Magnum with the same all-wheel drive system as the Trackhawk. That's what they should have built. They should have never built the Trackhawk. The SRT is perfect for that Jeep. You know what I mean? You're only gonna run your Jeep Cherokee so fast, And the SRTs, I've ridden in a couple of them, and they are plenty fast for such a big vehicle, and they perform very well. I think they would have been better off going with a Magnum. Faith in the Fallen, how you doing? Welcome to the room this morning. We're just having a quick chat. Everybody's checking in. Guys, Faith and Fallen's in the room. You know what to do if you don't recognize. If you don't recognize each other, be sure to check each other out, support each other. You know how we do. Creators growing. I'm glad to see all you guys checking in this morning with me. Thought it was going to be kind of early on a Saturday, but then again, everybody gets a little active at different times. I've been up since 4 a.m., so don't mind me if I'm a little tongue-tied. Oh, yeah. And I got my coffee. So, yeah, those Magnum wagons, if they would have made a Hellcat, if they would have kept them around and made a Hellcat version and put like that Charger front end or even the Challenger front end on it to keep bringing it into place and put an all-wheel drive system in that, they probably would have sold a boatload, Yes, exactly, Magnum. This way they could have. Oh yeah, Random. That's like mandatory. I tell a lot of people, I need my coffee to be awake. Salute, Michael Corleone in the building. Godfather, thank you for checking in with us, brother. It's always a blessing when you're in the room with us. Appreciate that, guys. I don't know if you know Godfather. I'm sure you do. He's around on YouTube all over. So if you don't, make sure you support him, support back. He's a great supporter of mine. I love seeing Godfather when he comes in the room. Godfather, we're talking about cars that we loved, random shenanigans, actually getting rid of her HHR, which that's a really cool looking little retro modern car that Chevy made, and Magnum Dubstep is about to part away with his Magnum because it's just starting to get to be too much to maintain. And we were just discussing that Dodge probably should have pursued the Magnum Hellcat and kept the Magnum, like he said, to what Magnum Dubstep said, as an on-off production car, so they could have kept modifying it, keeping with the customer base, and they probably would have sold a lot more of those Magnum Hellcats than they would have of the Trackhawks they're selling right now, because I see the same thing big truck series sees. I see a lot of Trackhawks on lot. Oh yeah, random. What kind of cars are you thinking about? I mean, that Magnum, I saw a really nice SRT one at a show, and it was just like, it was sitting there black with the chrome wheels, didn't have much done to it, a couple little touches here and there, and it was stealing the show because it was just like, wow, yeah, what happened to this car? It has that chopped Mercury top look, and it just, in all black, I think they look phenomenal, even though black's a really tough color to keep. But in all black, I think they look phenomenal with the black leather and the RT in red stitched on the seats. I mean, it looks like, that RT, but in red. Oh, man. Really, really sharp car. They could have really did more for themselves, I think, with that vehicle. And really, what is it to produce it? It's the same basic chassis as the Challenger and the Charger and the 300. So we'll see. We'll see. Chrysler's got some hills to climb. They got some great momentum with the Hellcats and the Demons. And I would really like to see this American car company build off of that. Yeah, well, so Magnum, they were dropping the 300, and I believe instead of dropping the 300 because there was such a large outcry over that on the Mopar vlogs and so on and so forth, I believe they decided to drop Fiat instead. Wow, okay, very great. Okay, so you got a Versa, another unique vehicle, unique design vehicle, and congratulations on the 2018 Quad Cab. Finesse, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, brother? You know what we're doing on a Saturday morning, getting together, you know what I mean? But that's awesome. Those quad cabs, those Chevy pickups, I'm seeing a lot more and more of them. And Driveway Demons on YouTube, he just went to a diesel version of that. So I guess they're worth the dollar because they're showing up everywhere. Oh yes, Versa is stick shift, random shenanigans. Salute, guys. Random shenanigans drives a stick shift Versa. There's nothing better than a woman that drives a stick shift. There's nothing better than driving a stick shift. I love stick shift. Guys, everybody has their polarized opinions, but I get excited when I hear somebody tell me they have a stick shift. Random shenanigans, salute you driving a stick shift. That is awesome. Those Versas are probably, yeah, it probably whips around too. Those little Nissans, I had a 1.5 liter Sentra that was stick shift, and that thing, man, that thing boogied around town, and it was great on gas. So, guys, there's something to be said about driving stick shift. You want to keep your kids from texting and driving? Buy them a stick shift. It's impossible. So we got 7 people in the room. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. This way, as long as we stay on, more and more people will come in the room. We'll be able to get a little more support for one another, get a little more showing and growing. I want to salute everybody and thank everybody who has supported the Demon Durango channel. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. Random Shenanigans, thank you very much. Matter of fact, Random, that was my first super chat, $2, and I really, really appreciate that very much. Thank you so very, very much. I'm very, very humbled by everybody, and I thank everybody for doing what they do. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Yes, I'm gonna pick up my giveaway again. Probably the next, not maybe the next video, but the video after. I'm gonna be announcing the winners. I have 5 winners from my first shirt giveaway. I also did a giveaway at Stunner Reese Speed Fest. So I'm close, guys. I got about 15 pieces of merch that I gave away. I'm going to be giving away another 5. That's 20. So I'll definitely be hitting you guys up with the video. Hey, Steel Blue Body, what's going on, guys? I don't know why Chevy dropped. Yeah, I don't know why they dropped the Avalanche either, Magnum Dubstep. Yes, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Steel Blue Body, what's up? Random. My girls are gonna get a stick shift car when they start driving because it's gonna be impossible for them to text and drive. Steel blue body, blessed man. Sun shining up. We're alive. We're awake. You know. Oh yeah, Ram with the Cummins diesel. Biker Mike, how you doing? Welcome to the room, my brother. Guys, be sure to check out Biker Mike. Biker Mike, be sure to check out the guys. You know, this is what we do. We talk and we support and we talk cars and motorsports and life and kindness and all kinds of good stuff on this channel. We keep it positive, we keep it light. You know what I mean? So, but Magnum dubstep, yes. I don't know why Chevy got rid of the Avalanche. I guess it was just crashing into too many of their pickup lines. Biker Mike, those Cummins turbo diesels, man. Those are nice trucks. I like those Rams with the turbo diesels. And the new one that's coming out is supposed to be somewhat really big. You know what I mean? I think they're redoing the whole diesel because it's supposed to have like a hybrid, some kind of electrical motors that run some stuff and keep the auxiliaries off the motor so it gets a better gas mileage. Man, guys, we are living in the blessed automotive times. You can have a car like a smart car, which is, I believe, a 1.3 liter, or some of them are even a 0.8 gas motor, you know, or low compression diesel motor that makes 80 horsepower at max on the same road as an 840 horsepower warranted, guaranteed Dodge Demon. I mean, that's a great spectrum, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. Yeah, I just cleaned it up yesterday. I was slacking and lacking on her. She got it cleaned up. You know what? Let me get out and show you guys. You know, yeah, I put a little work into the Demon. I was sitting in the car because it's a little windy, so pardon the wind. But I'll give you a quick view. Yeah, she's shiny. We went over her. We got a lot of the swirl marks. We didn't do a full paint correction, but you know, we got her shining good. You know. We got her Demon Durango status. When you can see the reflection of the sky, we did good. You know what I mean? We did good work. Thank you, Steel Blue Body. I appreciate it, brother. Always appreciate the love, man. Definitely. Thank you, man. So, yeah, man. I got some stuff thinking about doing to her. I got some stuff I'm not thinking about doing to her. Let me tell you why. So, I've already had 2 or 3 warranty issues with this truck, which Dodge has been great to fix, and whatever. Things happen. So that's why I haven't been so quick to rip into my truck, because knowing the fact that there's going to be probably a couple of more tidbits down the chute and I still have another 1.5 years on the warranty, I'm not going to probably do anything that's going to go and touch the warranty like the supercharger just yet. Supercharger's there, the contact is there, and that's all easy to do on these vehicles. It's very well known. People know how to do it. I think I'm going to go more the route of getting the vehicle wrapped next, because the paint job on this car is getting beat up from all the road trips. It's not very high quality paint. And I've seen a couple of nice wraps that I like. So unique, different. They'll go nice with the red leather seats also in here. So I'm going to probably do something of that nature next. I've been pricing. I got a good price down in Florida, and I got a good price up here in New York. So it's just a matter of talking to a couple of people, seeing the different materials they're using. In-Chain Designs, I would like to check them out. I've heard a lot of good things about them, and I've seen a lot of stuff they've done with Street Speed 717. So if anybody from In-Chain Designs catches this live, comment in the bottom, give me a heads up of some kind of info or something like that. But yeah, so that's going to probably be the next thing I do, is some protective upgrade. And I would suggest everybody, wherever you live, that's probably the cheapest, best upgrade anybody could ever do to their car, whether it's waxing it or putting a clear bra or even full wrapping the vehicle. Everybody's budget's different. Everybody's car is different. Not everybody's going to do the same things because they don't have all the same monies. So, and that's fine, you know, but there's still always some kind of level of protection you could provide your paint, whether it's a quick spray wax, even, you know, all in one, or just consistently washing the rust and anything, you know, washing off salt off your car and so on and so forth. So there is another thing I was going to think about doing, is probably undercoating the car. And I've been speaking to somebody about that. There's a possible sponsorship set up and so on and so forth. So if that works out, I'll cover that in another video. And the reason why I'm going to undercoat this vehicle is because it might spend a good period of time in an area of New York where they put down, I think the guy said, 1 million linear square feet of salt per mile. if that makes sense out there in the world. But when the guy explained it to me, I was like, wow, that's a lot of salt. And they do it throughout the winter. So with that being said, there's gonna have to be an undercoating on the vehicle so that it's protected and keep a lot of stuff from just rusting out and breaking. So if I do that, I'll cover it. And yeah, man, I hope you guys are staying blessed. Guys, if you we were just talking earlier about sentimental cars and cars that were unique in style, and Random Shenanigans was in the room. She was talking about having to let go her HHR, and Magnum Dubstep was in the room having to talk about having him possibly let up his Magnum. What kind of cars do you guys ever miss or regret not having anymore, or wish you didn't ever have to get rid of, you could have kept for life? If you guys got any of those cars you want to talk about, please feel free to comment them. I'd like to know something about what you guys like. Honda Prelude. Maverick. Yes, Mavericks are so little talked about. They're the sister to the Mustang. Random, next time I see a Maverick at a show with a Mustang swap, I'm gonna take a video just for you of it. There's a lot of people, they find some of them, the I believe it was a straight six in them. They find some of the straight six ones and they're swapping in Coyote motors and they're really fast. I've seen a couple done nicely, and next time I get a video of one, I'm gonna put that up just for you, Random. Yeah, Maverick, Honda Prelude. Steel blue body, you know me. I always got a little special place for Honda, even though they try to do me dusty on my channel, which is hilarious, guys. So I don't know if any of you guys caught some of this information in some of my other videos, but Honda tried to shut down my channel because of a video I had up, and it was one of my most viewed videos, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So we went back and forth, and YouTube apparently didn't find anything wrong with it, so it's still up and it's still clocking views. But the funniest thing is, on that same video, if you watch the ad, there's Honda ads playing on the Honda video that Honda tried to take down. So guys, please, man, keep building your channels. It doesn't happen overnight, for sure. Keep working hard on your videos. Keep creating, man. Keep it fun for yourself. I see some channels burn out because they try to make it work and they try to make it I get trying to make big money off of it and having a big channel, but there's only going to be so many unique individuals, just like there's so many unique individuals in life that are going to achieve possibly that immense sub count in such a short period of time. It doesn't mean you're not going to eventually get to that sub count. It just means you have to have maybe more patience, or you have to wait for your channel to grow onto other people, because trends move, things happen. Okay, Michael Corleone, a bit, so the easy answer would be a Challenger, because Tall Guy Car Reviews got his Hellcat Challenger, and I mean, every big guy Steph fits in his Hellcat. I see it. They sit in those vehicles very, 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 very comfortably. Now, if you're talking about a real full-on sports coupe, you know, something very sleek and sporty, the new i8 BMW that's coming out, the new 8 Series BMW, the 850, would probably be a good fit. It's a matter of the seats that you pick. I would say stay away from the sports seat and go more for the luxury package. They tend to have a wider seat with less bolster, so you feel more comfortable in the chair. But the Challengers, man, you really can't beat Hellcat. I mean, they have a level of horsepower for whatever you're looking to do, and they're fast, man. They're really, really fast. And if you set them up correctly and you put the nice wheels on them and you put good tires on them, they hook on the street, man. They eat cars up. You know what I mean? Everybody gets stuck with numbers, but it's really about what you can launch and how you can move it. So if you're a really big guy, I mean, I get it. That's why the Challengers are out there. I mean, I know a lot of guys 6 foot and over, they're straight up jumping in Challengers. Mustangs, I'm 5'10", I fit okay in a, yeah, see, if you have an S550 already, what kind of sport car are you looking for? Are you looking for a grand touring car? Because if you're looking for a grand touring car, the Maseratis are very nice also. The Cambio Corso, I believe it is, or the big two-door that they have. The Gran Turismo. The Maserati Gran Turismo is a really, really nice sized luxury car, and it offers a lot of leg space, so on and so forth. I'm 5'10". I wouldn't suggest a Corvette. I mean, I sat in a Corvette. It was a convertible. I had it for a while, and I found it to be tight for me. And I'm not the biggest guy in the world, you know. So they're really nice cars. They're really sharp. I love the new design of the Corvettes. They look like the American Ferrari, but comfortable for big guys, I don't believe they are. You could try with the hardtop, removable hardtop. That's probably a little more comfortable, only because you can adjust the back of the seat also. But that's one of the gives on the convertible vets, is there is no adjustment back. You can't move the seat back. You can only move the base back, and it only moves back a little bit. You know, I do see big guys squeezing in them. You know what I mean? But and if you're gonna go exotic, then I mean, if you're gonna go full-blown exotic, I would say you look at the Maserati Gran Turismo, or you look at some of the Lamborghinis, because from my understanding, Lamborghinis you can fit a little bit better than Ferraris. But most of those full-on race cars are always going to be uncomfortable for big guys, because the actual racers and the people that the cars were built for originally, size, frame-wise and stuff, are not much bigger than 6 foot, maybe 160, 170 pounds. So if you're going to go for something big like that, then yeah. So you see, random, that's what I'm talking about. Is there is adjustability in the Versa. It's not really a full-on sports car, and that's why the Challenger shines so well in that sports car realm, because of the fact that you can adjust everything. Now, if you're accustomed to luxury cars and high-end cars, you're not going to maybe be so impressed with the interior on the Dodge. It's a very straightforward interior. It's nice, but it's not luxury. I would say take a look at that new 8 Series, that 850 Coupe, because that's going to be the best of all worlds for you, Michael Corleone. It's gonna offer you the same luxury and everything you're used to in the S550. It's a very big, chunky coupe. The roofline, I heard, is a little bit more respectable than the i8s. I'd stay away from the i8. My family member went to go look at one, and he's an older gentleman. He's about 6 foot, and he's about 170 pounds or so, you know, to give you a height weight perspective. And one of his biggest gripes about the car was the big step over on the side, because on the side door sill there was a big step over, because it's a gull-wing door. So hope that helps you in your search, and hope you find it. And when you get it, man, please take some videos. If not, call me up. I'll come out and cover it. Yeah, for sure. You know, nothing beats good old car shopping time, you know, when you're out there looking for a new vehicle, and especially when you're looking for a vehicle to replace vehicles. It's a big step, guys, because every time you change from one vehicle to another, got you, Godfather, got you. Yeah, hopefully that helps, man, you know. And if you need any other advice, let me know, you know what I mean? Guys, I'm also on Instagram, Demon Durango. So if any of you guys have Instagram, feel free to friend me on Instagram and DM me questions you might want me to talk about on the channel, things you might want me to cover, things you might want me to clarify, and I'll try to clarify them as the best I can. I am in no form or fashion a guru of cars. I'm an enthusiast of cars. I was born an enthusiast of cars. I've had gasoline fever since I was a kid. My father's a machinist, 43 years. When I was 5 years old, I literally sat with him in the driveway as he rebuilt his Chevy 350 motor, over playing with my friends. You know what I mean? So I've always had gas in my blood, and I always try to give everybody just an honest perspective, not a 707 horsepower is hard to beat. No, that's one thing, but you know, there's so much to love about every single car. I posted recently, some guy had, I think it was like a Hyundai, an old Hyundai, and he did graffiti on the body of it because the paint was fading or whatever, and he did a whole graffiti piece on the side of the car. It looks really, really nice, man, and I covered it on my Instagram channel because I was so, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Car love is just like, everybody loves their car. So, you know, it doesn't have to be a brand new car off the lot, 6-figure car for you to love it. You know, it gets you to where you're going. And that's really one of the things that I've always appreciated about cars, and how each individual person has a unique relationship, good or bad, with any vehicle. You could say a name of a certain car and people are like, oh, that car, man, I went to college in that car, blah, blah, blah. And they'll go on and on and on about how they love that car. And meanwhile, they'll be the furthest from a car person. I've been in circles of business people, and some of the icebreaker conversations that I've started with people is name a car, and that's it. And name a car and why you named that car. You get what I'm saying to you? And everybody will say something about a car. And I've had people that never even had a license name a car and said, if I ever got my license, that's the car I'd buy because I like the way it looks, you know? And just, I'm always indulged by that. I love that kind of perspective of life, of car life. And that's really the car culture in a full circle, you know. Just like you need the guys at the top with the multi-million-dollar collector car in the mansion basement, keeping it preserved, you need the guy at the bottom who's in the junkyard buying a car, pulling it out of the heap, starting his project rat rod, starting his project track car, starting his project whatever, or refurbishing a car that he had that needed too many parts, so he went and just bought another and did what he had to do. All of that is the circle of the car culture, you know. So I hear a lot of people like, oh, my car's faster, blah, 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 blah. Listen, there's always somebody with a faster car. There's always somebody with more horsepower. The minute you have 1,000 horsepower, the next day somebody's got 1,001 horsepower. You need that. You need that because that innovation and technology is what keeps the car community going. But you also need the guys with the 120 horsepower car that's, you know, he's an auto barn every weekend, getting carburetor cleaner to clean his throttle body out, you know what I mean? To keep that thing running smooth. And he's got electrical tape on sensors, and he's got tie wraps for a battery tie down, you know what I mean? You need all of that in the car culture because that's what makes the car culture great. Because that guy goes to the car show and sees that $1 million car and aspires one day to have something unique like that. Even if it's not that exact collector car, he wants to build something and he gets inspiration from that car. An artist, I met Dean Adams. He's a artist that paints live paintings of cars as they're sitting at shows. And I mean, the guy's amazing, you know what I mean? He does what he does in a couple of hours. It's literally a piece of art made on a piece of living art, you know what I mean? So, and it's just amazing to see that kind of stuff around the car culture. I've seen police officers when they take their badges off on the weekends and they're out there on the weekends hanging out with a bunch of car guys and firemen and just regular people. And I've seen CEOs and guys that own auto dealership, own Ferrari car dealerships, own Ford dealerships, out there with their own collector car hanging out with everybody else. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I love about the car community, whether it's guys and girls, whether it's big and old, whether it's new and used, whatever it is. I love all of it about the car community. And I hope you guys can appreciate some of it within wherever you are at. You know what I mean? And I also appreciate any car events and car community events that center around good causes. I love to do cancer runs. I love to do diabetes runs. I love to do Toys for Tots runs, not just for the car coverage, but because the actual event is people taking these cars that maybe once in a while they may considered menacing or a menace to society, and actually using them. And you see the look on a kid's face when they see these cars pull up and they're like, wow. You know, nothing gets me more excited than when I'm sitting at a Mustang, at a light in my Mustang, and a kid goes by and he gives me a thumbs up. And he's like, nice car. And I rev the engine. He's like, yeah. So, yeah, guys, I see everybody dropping out. I don't know if I'm lagging or if everybody's just making moves. But thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you guys for interacting. I appreciate you guys on a Saturday morning. I hope you guys are staying blessed. I hope you guys are staying kind. Make sure you keep supporting one another. Make sure you keep checking each other's channels out. Make sure you keep building and growing. Even if it's small growth, keep setting those small goals for yourself. Like my boy Stunner Reese taught me. Keep setting those small goals for yourself. And you keep attaining those small goals and then get to bigger goals. And before you know it, you'll have whatever it is you're after. Appreciate you all. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. Be kind. Till the next one, guys.